Hello, Jose again. I'm back to review now the Strongholds and streaming Kickstarter that I backed. As you can see by the label, this is one of the top 100 Kickstarters of all time. I supported the product basically in order to pick up this book called Strongholds and Followers. It's a fifth edition supplement for the world's greatest role-playing game, as Wizards of the Coast would put their game of Dungeons and Dragons. Matt Colville, by the way, is one of the most followed streamers on YouTube for Dungeons and Dragons. And this quest was originally for $50,000, and as you can see, they raised $2.1 million. The stream was to the Kickstarter was to raise money so they can rent a studio and run a D&D style game, very similar to Critical Role, except that these aren't professional actors; these are real people playing the game, and a more realistic game than what Matt Mercer runs, which is it's D&D, but it's D&D with a bunch of actors, performers per se. So there's a more performance-based structure than these guys. These guys play D&D how the majority of the rest of the 99.999 whatever percentage of us do, which is we roll dice, we eat food, we drink beer, soda, water, juice, milk, whatever, and we have fun together. They do it too, but however, they put a performance on at the same time. We don't have any. I've yet to meet in any of my games someone like Sam Riegel playing a character like either Not the Brave or, and I just forgot his name, but he's one of my favorite characters too. Um, Yeah, it'll get to me before the end of this broadcast. Anyway, this is a hardcover book or PDF. I actually picked up both. I selected the $30 option, picking up the hardcover PDF and the stickers. Now, this book originally was set for 128 pages, but the hardcover I have has 248 pages altogether. So you definitely got your money's worth. It's basically designed for a style of play that gives you something more. It's more of a callback through first or second edition of Dungeons and Dragons, where if you were playing a fighting man, a knight, you can have a king bestow you a castle as a reward and give you the right to build your own keep, maybe, or hire people to fill it out, keep it going, bake the bread, the field workers, everything, the stonemasons you might need, your soldiers you'll need, and all that kind of stuff. Again, this Kickstarter only wanted 50,000 for it, and they hit 2.1 million. Now you can see this is the level I backed at, the reward level number 3, and they had rewards going up to $500, where you would get what in Matt Colville's world is gem dragons, which I'll show you a picture of shortly of what one of them looks like. And that's the hardcover. If you went for the deluxe edition, I did not. I went for the standard edition, which you saw in the front. And now this is the type of things that basically what it's not. It's not a game. It's a supplement to a game. Okay. It opens up more politically, a little more political means in the game, adds more politics to it. um, it lets you raise armies, rule in a new way, and basically the basic version of this next book coming up was the rules of warfare. Towers let you conduct spell research. Temples let you buff armies and towns. Establishments generate revenue and gather intelligence for your neighborhood. You can have all of those within your stronghold. Class feature improvements to both the paladin and the bard. It shows you how strongholds are built. Again, this is using the medieval European style. Gives you units to command, mercenary companies and the like, and lower level adventurers to help serve in your tower or your on your castle. Let's call them castles. Basically, they're castles. And artisans like blacksmiths, farmers, scribes, tailors, all the stuff you need to basically to make your little city and a castle work out. It also lets you have ambassadors, special allies, and a lot of things that are kind of in the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook, but it really fills them out in a much more aggressive way and a different way of thinking that'll spice up your game. The stretch goals in streaming was the reason for this. And because it went over 1 million so quickly, they had to come up with some stretch goals. And they came up with the gemstone dragons and miniatures. And this is one of the gemstone dragons, the adult ruby red gemstone dragon. And this world that Matt plays in has gemstone dragons more than anything else from what I've seen. The adventure is something that he is going to produce, and I have not. I think, yeah, that was a higher level setting that I did, so I didn't receive it. But I'm watching his stream, and it's actually a very good stream. I like it. I like the fact that when they take breaks, one other members of their party runs a short 3 to 5 night adventure for the party, and you can tell the love of the game that they have, the original game of Dungeons and Dragons. This book you can again purchase. Let me see how much they want for it now. It's still at $30 at checkout. Okay, so you can pick it up for the price I got it for, but without the odds and ends of the PDF and the like. This is a book that any old-time dungeon master will absolutely adore. It'll bring you back the feeling that Gary Gygax put in his original supplements in the white box, I believe. Yeah, it's in the white box. And Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and that came forward only for a little bit before it fell out of favor in 3, 3, 5, and 4. 5th edition, there's a little there, but now this truly fills in all of the empty slots and spots. Enjoy the book, guys, and if you enjoyed this review, please let me know. Critique it, also let me know. There's a little thing down below that everybody calls a doobly-doo. That's where you can leave a note or a comment on what do you think about the review, or what do you think I should work on. Obviously, I need to work on possibly making a script instead of going off the top of my head, because I rumble when I do, or mumble along as it is. But I've already caught that, and I'm going to work on that. Anyway, thank you much. This is another Kickstarter review by myself, Jose Suarez. Hope you enjoy it, and give this a look-see. This might be something you like. Thank you all, folks. You have a good evening.